Love beer and magic? Want to have a few and still make those big brain plays? Now you can. Athletic Brewing offers high quality, non alcoholic craft beers. From IPAs to stouts, they've got you covered. Head over to athleticbrewing.com and use code BTC25 for 25% off your first order. Hello and welcome to Brew Tap Cast. I am Tap here for another episode of Mashing in the Meta. This here is a mono green deck. It's just mono green beatdowns. We're getting close to the end of this standard. We'll have rotation coming up in a short few weeks. This is a great way to try to race through the rest of that mastery pass. You can get a lot of wins with this deck. I have in the past, and I assume we will in the future. It's a very powerful deck based around just getting things out, beating your opponent down. 4 Pelt Collectors, 4 Stone Coil Serpents, 2 Primal Mites to round off our earlier, well, not necessarily earlier drops. Pelt Collector is just a great thing to have. It just gets bigger as things go on. It can be good later, kind of, but it's good early. Scavenging Ooze seems to be an MVP right now. You can snag things out of the graveyard for escape decks, or cycling decks also fall to that pretty quickly. Barkhide Troll, just a nice thing to maybe mutate on with Gem Razor, or just have something that's a little bit less targetable and a non-human. Lovestruck Beast, 4-of, great card to have. Triggers a whole lots of Pelt Collectors, Yorvos, that sort of stuff. Speaking of, 2 copies of Yorvo, just always nice to have something that can grow just by playing creatures, and is a big threat for 3 mana anyways. Gem Razors, really nice to have that mutate ability, or to give something trample by mutating onto it. Sometimes you can snag a Clover or a Stone Coil Serpent or something like that off the other side of the battlefield. Questing Beast, great card. Yeah, all this stuff gets hit by Gust, but it's just an auto-conclude. Great green card. 3 copies of Vivian Arcbow Ranger. Can make things have trample, get them bigger, a little bit of a removal spell there, or snatch things out of the rather diverse sideboard we have of many different things. Sort of like a toolbox thing. It can't get the Great Henges out, but those are nice if you feel like the matchups are going more where you're going longer, you need to draw some cards. Great Henge is definitely a powerful piece there. Otherwise, whole bunch of different creatures there that you can snag out of the sideboard with Vivian. And then we have the last curve, Elder Gargaroth. This card's just great. It's also an MVP. It's a little more on the expensive side, but the fact that it can grab things out of the sky, it can trample, and it does have vigilance, and you have that trigger for attacking or blocking. Generally, you get some value out of it. It's sort of an auto kill, and it stinks if someone just has spot removal for it, but otherwise it's an MVP. Land packages, 4 Garnet Break, 21 Forests, and that's the deck. So basically, play creatures, beat opponent, win the game. That's it. Mono green, just going to town. So let's get into the games and see how it goes. Reno is our opponent. Reno, huh? Alright, we are on the play with a weird hand. I don't know if I really want to not have it, keep it, take it away. Luris the Dream Den. Oh, maybe this is cycling? So we probably shouldn't have kept that hand. Instant regret. Should have looked at the information available to us. I do have a question. How does that cat walk with those, I guess, like, it's like back on its like palms, because like the claws are so big, it's like little baby. How come this isn't a thing, huh? Little baby kitty, devil kitty nightmare thing. Just saying. Alright, what you got there, Mr. Opponent? You're gonna go destroy Boros while you're... Hey, how come there we go. Destroy Boros as you're thinking you're mulligan the situation through. Knock his wingies off. I feel like the placement of this is different. There we go. Boros down. Now where's their solar flare here? Come on. Where's Helion number 2? Oh, this is exciting. Exciting stuff here. Exciting magic. This is the big boy plays here. Yeah, your dog's barking. But nobody's home. Womp, 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 womp. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's cycling to me, boys. At least we can, like, Primal Might pretty much anything that they play. Like that thing. And just get in. Smash. Yes, it puts a cycling thing in their graveyard, which isn't great, but maybe we'll draw a Scavenging Ueze. Scavenging Ueze. Alright, so I think I kind of like the other Primal Might we have, too, because we can, again, punch something and then get in for more. Like, theoretically, we could get in for 6 next turn. Although it just doesn't matter with the dang... Ooh, they're stuck on lands, though. That's pretty cool. So I think we just push. Otherwise, they just start getting blockers, and we don't want that. So let's bring them to 7. That's the turn. Drop our land, make a 6/6 with trample and reach and protection from Zenith Flare. It might not be fast enough. All right, Flourishing Fox. I feel like they should cycle here to try to get a land. So if they draw a land, then I'll be upset. They don't draw a land, so I'm not upset. Okay. Get our 6/6 with pro multi. I don't know what they can do here, actually. We might... Alright, so they can cycle, soak up a little bit of damage, but the 1 toughness on that Rescuer doesn't really help them all that much. They draw a land here, then I'm going to be... Oh, they didn't, okay. Actually, we can probably just get through here by adding on more trample damage. So, let's do the math here. If I add this, it's 4. I think we just go on that one, because it's 4 versus 3. Yeah. That should be game. Because that's 2. They can't. Alright, so we managed to outpace. So that's the problem with the cycling deck, is that sometimes you just don't draw the lands. And that's just so punishing because you're running so few, you can't naturally draw them. And if you get stuck and you can't draw and you need to play something and you lose it, then yeah, you lose it. So yeah, we are ready to go against Sheruniel. That's a name. Sheruniel. All right, we go first. We have a pretty nice curve out here. I'm going to be happy with that. Mulligan 1 for our opponents. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, I just had a little bit of a PTSD sort of flashback to a couple of the matches I've had in Brawl lately against Urion. It's basically just like, Urion, I'm going to stop you from doing anything, and then you just have a bad time sort of thing, and it just makes me want to cry. All right, so this is a little bit of a greedy situation. But we're going to go as greedy as we can, because if this is a deck that is going to take a long time to get rolling, then we are going to try to maximize our abilities to... Okay, well, that's actually okay. Yeah, no, I got the value. In this case, I got the value. Uh-oh. Oh, Thakaya! Oh, God! Alright, so... Do we just... slam Questing Beast here? What does this say? Just Planeswalkers. So this way, if we draw a land, we can double spell. And we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. So, like, we're still pretty good on damage coming out. Shatter the Sky. At least we draw a card. It's a land, so we can double spell. Hopefully, we don't have more. Do I play the 2/2 out right now? I think I played the 2/2. If they kill it, then I'll be upset. But we can always just get 1, 2, 3, 4. So it can be 4 damage. More 6. They can Gasol Ardenvale. They can get a Planeswalker. not loving it. They could Urion. Oh, they can't Urion unless they drew one. Urion Blink Oath to kill those. Alright, so Lovestruck Beast is bye-bye, which isn't a huge issue. I was more upset by the other things. I think we actually just Scavenging Ooze stuff from our graveyard here to get extra damage in. I have a feeling this is going to go the way of, like, you're just not going to be able to get enough damage in. Those last few points are going to be heck for us. But at least they're at 2. And they don't have anything in their graveyard yet, as far as what they could get out of there. I don't care. I mean, ultimately, like, I guess a Primal might be a little bit crummy. Pass. I don't know. Just don't want it there. They have something here. They have to have something. Oh, that's fine. Oh, boy. Alright, so... do we just go for the biggest, boyest of all? Just go for 8? Yeah. I mean, I don't know what would matter there. They don't have a graveyard, which is nice. Alright, that would have been a reason to keep it, but it doesn't really matter. Gem Razor seems fine. Trample's good here. Nicol Bolas, the poop face. That stinks that we have a Planeswalker in hand.
In unison with the wild. You picked the wrong fight.
I don't know what we're gonna do here. I think I'm gonna exile Nicol Bolas though. I can get rid of the Vivian, and the fact that there's only. All right, yeah, that's not gonna be able to do much about that. Do we win here?
Time to disappear into the brush.
I guess we do it in our own graveyard right now because we do want to try to power through if we have anything else. Nicol Bolas doesn't matter right now because it's hopefully not going to matter because we're going to draw lands. Do we get it? Do we have 2 creatures? Do we have 5 damage? Are we just going to win the game here? Oh, I guess we have it. I didn't even notice. For some reason, I thought we weren't going to get there. What could they have, right? Nothing. Oh, that was a close one. I was a little bit worried about that. I hate those decks that just draw it in the mid-range, middle of the game and just, like, start throwing up Planeswalkers and whatever. At least they're all of those, most of those, not all of those, are going out with rotation. So, and this deck is there for you to get pre-rotation Mastery Pass completion. That's what I'm doing right now. Alrighty. Yo soy you. Not sure how to say that one. We're on the play. With not the ideal sort of drops, but I'm not going to complain for having a 1-drop into a 2-drop that isn't the worst, especially because we can Gem Raise onto it the next turn if we wanted to. Teamer? No, Sultai. Alright, I think we play the Ooze out here instead. Okay. Probably take the Questy Boy. That's what I would do. got some heaters in the hand, so there goes the questy boy. Surveils a swamp to the graveyard. We draw a Stonecoil Serpent. We will play a 3-mana Stonecoil Serpent. We will attack with the creatures we have and hope that we can... We mutate onto the Stonecoil next turn. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So theoretically we have lethal if they don't have any way to, like, get rid of things on board. Alright, so they only got access to 2 mana. They do have... Yep, okay. So that's not super cool. Garen Brig. They go to 1. Crack a definitely worse Evolving Wilds card here to get a tapped forest. Just saying. Could have played Evolving Wilds, would have been just fine. Extinction Event. We have 2 even. Yeah, of course. Oh no, we have even and odd. So we win. Okay. That was, like, a little bit worrisome, because I'm glad the Stonecoil would have been odd. But that's okay. Cool. Sultai is sometimes just too slow. That 1-for-1 removal doesn't do it. Erebdil is our opponent. They are on the play. I think this is probably a keepable hand. We can draw into, say, a Pelt Collector or something better than just to play Stonecoil on turn 1. They really would rather not do that. Shocking in the Godless Shrine. Alright, so probably Mardu Knights here. Which means we want to keep our Stonecoil because it is protected against the multicolored creature variety. Ooh, no, they're going big old Nighty boys. That Gargaroth will do some work later on. If they drop a red, I'll be more upset. Over there, having their sweetest curve. What you gonna get? What you gonna get, Mr. Erebdil? Another worthy knight. So worthy. So worthy. Alright, well, I think we just try to flood as best we can. Pass along. Guess we should... Ugh, sorry about that. Whoopsies. Guess we should have attacked. Because I wouldn't have mind trading a token... because then there's stuff like this, which just gets things huge, large. I would have played the Worthy Knight, personally, but... It seems like a fine 1-for-1 here. I guess they may have... Oh, we don't have a green mana. Oh, no, they just... have. Alrighty. Doesn't really matter that much. So we can make a 4/4. They don't have any enchantments. Do we just get this guy big boy down? 3, or do we just get this guy down as a... Maybe do this down and leave up our hexproof. We'd like to hit our 5th mana next turn and drop the Gargaroth. That'll probably do pretty good work against our opponent. Then we just want to start drawing ways to shoot their Worthy Knights down. And then a Nissa, or not a Nissa, then a Vivian for trample. So trample over the little 1/1. They are playing Mardu, full Mardu, so we do have to worry about Embercleave. That's why it's nice we have these Gem Razors. Another knight that inspires. Okay. Go to combat. Probably give the Worthy Knight a counter. I don't know what's going on here with this. Gives a Death Touch. Oh, give them Death Touch and lifelink. That's not great. That is a little bit annoying because the life gain not as much, but the Death Touch, and they do have a large knight over there, so they get the counter. That's the one that hurts, actually. Yep. Not a land. Probably just have to play this out as a 3/3 here. We're definitely getting the wideness of their board is definitely starting to hurt. At least that pushes up our Pelt Collector to make a block on the Blacklands Paragon. Yep. I think what we want to do is try to save our ability to have a Gargaroth pump our Pelt Collector here to make it a little bit more of a beater there. Although playing a Gargaroth next turn just won't do it. Yeah, it doesn't really do it for us. And paying the 6 doesn't matter at all. So I think we're just dead here. I mean, if they play anything, like we basically have to probably gain 3 life here with the block. Another Worthy Knight. That's 4, 8. Oh, they're not pumping that guy, but I think they just have the damage. Black. Why wouldn't you just hit all, attack all? Why wouldn't you do that? Alright, so we have to go like that. And the next highest one would be that. We have to gain life here. But I don't think it's going to matter. We're taking 6, 10. Yeah, no, we're dead. Well, that was not close. Not even a little bit. We didn't even get, like, tricked. We just got smashed. Well, that wasn't a very good matchup. Normally we can, like, hold that stuff at bay, but no. Ooh. Space Unicorn. Now that's a name. Space Unicorn is our opponent here. We go first. We have an okay curve out. Like to draw maybe a Barkhide Troll here, but I do like that we have our top end of Vivian. We have sort of all the pieces that we'd want right now. I do want to play out the Pelt Collector first in case I do draw a 2-drop that I want to play. Or maybe another Pelt Collector, something like that. I want to play a Forest. Looks like we might be on the same path. It looks like they also have a Stone Coil in hand. I think we just have to play that and pass it along too. No attacks. A little unfortunate. They play a Barkhide Troll, maybe a little bit upset. Or sorry, that doesn't matter right now. Ooze is fine for us, okay. Definitely signaling they have a Stone Coil in there, because you can play that for 0, and that sort of does that weird triggery thing there. I think we go Barkhide Troll. Oh man, their draws were just poor in this case. Barkhide Troll, keep up things. I think we attack in here with our Pelt Collector, if they take the trade, if they don't, that's fine too. Nothing in the graveyard, so the Scavenging Ooze won't do much yet. Probably gonna drop this Lovestruck Beast here. Alright, there's Lovestruck Beast. Yep. Alright, so we draw another Pelt Collector. So we theoretically could go, like, Pelt Collector, Lovestruck Beast. And that seems pretty good here. Because we can't play the Vivian and kill something, I think that's what we're going to do. Triggers. And I think we just pass it along. So if they play a Vivian, that'll stink. Next turn we can play a Vivian, kill their Lovestruck Beast, and start swinging. The Ooze could have a target from the Lovestruck Beast if we do shoot it down. But I feel like we have a little bit more of a better situation here. Because again, if we tack in with the Lovestruck Beast and they somehow trade. Alright, so there it is. Doesn't have trample. Trigger. We might just block with our 1/1 here. Oh, no, they're just not going to attack. Okay, so we don't actually have a way to kill the Lovestruck Beast just yet. But what we could do is this will net us. This will bring us a 6. We can make a 3/3 there. I feel like this doesn't do much just yet. This will not get anything that high. We could just make a 6/6. I think that's what we'll do here. Oh, I don't have. Oh, I thought I had enough lands. Let's maximize mana here.
Close your eyes, breathe, and listen to the sounds of the wild.
This way we can still get
I'd get out of the way
some other
if
things
I
here.
were
We're just going to pass. Now we have a Pelt Collector that we'll trade and then bump our other Pelt Collector. Barkhide Troll now has some other hexproof stuff. Not right now. That's what we're going to do here. Let's see what our opponent does. They have a lot more cards than we do. They look like they're also stuck on 4 lands. Hopefully they don't have another Primal Might to take out the Pelt Collector. Looks like they do. Primal Might, yep. At least we got a trigger here. I will happily block with my 1/1 here. Alright, they're just going to eat my creatures, which is fine. So do we just make this guy huge, large, and then shoot the shoot their Lovestruck Beast? I think that's what we're gonna do here.
my aim and their claws, you're done.
Alright. They probably have another Lovestruck, maybe. But they might have trouble. Oh, okay. Space Unicorn must not have anything low in their hand. They're maybe waiting for that 1 more mana to come. Okay. Mirrors are hit or miss sometimes. Right in there with Fish X Tacos. Fish by Tacos. Fish by Tacos. This is not great. But we could draw into something great. So I think we're going to keep it. Draw into like a Pelt Collector would be fine here. Knight of the Ebon Legion. That's not what I wanted to see at all. Although at least we have a good blocker next turn. No, they'll have a 3. Well, we can get rid of it with the Barkhide Troll. Oh, look at that guy going all nuts for that single point of lifelink. They're doing it. I think we're going to Pelt Collector here, and then to get just something else to block. I know this is a little bit silly, but we're going to experiment. I don't know what... Like, if this is just mono black aggro, a 1 toughness Stone Coil might actually be useful. Looks like it probably would have been 2, but if they're stuck on 2 mana, that they're not stuck on 2 mana. So they're just going to put that guy in the air, aren't they? Demonic Embrace, swinging in. Primal Might will get rid of it, though. Although that's a fight, huh? Yeah, that's an unfortunate situation there. The good thing is we can Yorvo next turn and then Barkhide Troll and still be okay as far as pumping the Pel Collector. I feel like I want to just block the Paragon here. There's got to be something here. Nope, they're just going to do that. That was a weird turn. I'm a little bit confused. No, I'm a lot more than a little bit. Oh, 2 triggers. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Although the Barkhide Troll doesn't do it for us now, which is kind of lame. But what we can do is if they spend their mana, we can fight the Ebon Legion and then smash in for, say, 3, 6 total. No blocks. They don't. They do. Alright, well, that's a Primal Might. If I ever saw one. They're running out of cards, too, so... And we're on a higher life total. They're not activating their Knight, so it's not getting them counters. It's not doing us a lot of damage. They just keep passing. So I don't think they're going to be playing... I think we just go for the let's make it bigger. Oops. I missed. Six. Fart. We could have played everything out. That was a mistake. Okay. That's fine. No, I thought they weren't going to block there for a second. At least we trample in, so they don't gain as much. Or actually, 3. They took 3, they didn't gain anything. It was just a trade, which is not great for us, but... What also stinks is that we don't have the Barkhide Troll down. We could have. They're just going in for the attacks, huh? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. We got spawn. Mr. Reggie. Mr. Reggie. Reginald Daly. Either way. Alright, so I think our board is big enough. Another Reggie. Alright, so I'm just gonna probably want to take the damage here. Right, can they even attack happily here? Yeah, pump it. That's fine. I don't know what you have in your hand for 2 mana, but we got a lot more damage on the board here. Alright, well that should be good enough, right? That's 12, 13, that's only 2, so, and they have trample.
Nature is beautiful.
Let's go to town.
Fun to watch.
Yeah, 12, 15, 16. Seems good to us. They go to 0. That is game. Actually, it wouldn't even trigger. That's right, because it goes in the stack. Nice. All right, cool. That was not really scary at all during that match. I wasn't really worried at all. So, pretty good. I'm glad we saw a little bit of other aggro decks, too. That was nice. Our opponent's paranoid. That's a good sign for us. Or it. Maybe it isn't. We go first. Alright, well, this is a poor hand to keep against probably most things. It doesn't really aggro mono green. It's more of a mid-range mono green. You might get just punished because then you draw your low drops and they're like kind of poopy. Although we could draw into like Barkhide Troll. I'd be even okay drawing into a Spell Collector. As long as we hit our 4th land drop on turn 4 or 5 would be... Okay, that's a Sultai one. Alright, well that's okay, I guess. I mean... They just can easily wipe, though. That's the problem. I actually don't... They're gonna Thought Erasure? Yes. I'm not... I mean, they don't have a good target. They're gonna take a Questing Beast, I imagine. The Gargaroth just doesn't do enough early enough. Keeps it on top. At least we got our land drop. We should assume we're getting Extinction Vent on turn 4. So we can play the Questing Beast. Maybe they choose even. Is 0 even? 0's even, because 1's odd, yeah. Yeah, so I'm assuming we'll be taking some damage. Oh, okay, maybe not. Or they do a board wipe here if we do... I think we wait, because we can... Oh no, this is odd. That was the wrong thing to do, because now they wipe. But we have 4 damage coming off the top next turn if they... And then 5, or then we get the Gargaroth. I wish the Gargaroth had haste. That'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty broken if that was the case. Like, replaces itself in hand or creates 9 power for 5 mana. That's partially hasty or just gains you life, which is kind of not really that big of a deal. So yeah, I think if they... Extinction Event... Uro, okay, so that makes me... I think I am going to play the Questing Beast next turn. Because that puts us in... Unless they have... They may have spot removal here. They have another Eliminate. Or a Heartless Act, something like that. Who knows? We would love to see a Scavenging Ooze off the top, actually, because they're not far from Scavenge or Urowing. Yeah, so there's a Heartless Act. So we'd love to see a Scavenging Ooze here. Primal Might's not great, though. Not great at all. So we're going to get hurt by the even on the Extinction Event. This way we aren't playing into it too hard. Although, are they going to be able to Uro? They got 5. They need to play 1 card or crack a fetch. And then they can bring back Uro, which I'm fine with because we can Primal Might it. Okay, so they're going to kill the Gargaroth. They may have another one. Which would be kind of crummy. I'm hoping they just escape Uro here. That's what I want to see. I want to see Uro. Escapade. Escape the Uro. Yes, they're escaping. They go to 11. We can Primal Might for 4. We get 8, 9, 10. So they go to 11. If we draw a land, we win. Unless they can play like a removal spell here. If they play and they don't play land, and there's the land. So I think we win here. Primal Might for 5. And then attack for 11sies. Exactsies! Boom! Another Sultai ramp down the drain. All of that nice land, though. That was good. That was very good land draw. Loving it. We played around. I think that's key. Playing around the Fartin Extinction Event. Alrighty, and those were the matches. This deck performed very well. Very well indeed. We got a lot of wins there. Took 1 loss, not too bad. But really, the deck performs very well. If you're trying to push to get your wins, to just get your dailies done, or your weeklies, or whatever, try to finish up that Mastery Pass, or if you're trying to just generate a lot of cards from standard events, things like that, this is definitely... I mean, it's not cheap. It's not a budget deck. There's a lot of rares, but a lot of these have been around for a while, so they're definitely not that expensive in the sense of, like, immediate use of wild cards. You probably have a lot of them already. A lot of these are good in other matchups too. Vivian has been good for a while here. So I definitely recommend trying this out. If you're trying to smash some wins in, trying to just grind a ladder. It's not as good in the ladder as it was here. But it's still definitely an approachable deck. There are some decisions that do matter. Your early plays do really matter and can be very important. So definitely consider how you you play your first few cards, particularly when you have Pelt Collector, Scavenging Ooze, those sorts of things. Stone Coil, that's another thing. What to mutate on or with onto with the Gem Razor, stuff like that. So definitely still fun to play, even though it's not maybe not as thought dense as something like Sultai Ramp or something like that. Still a fun deck to play. There's still some choice there. It's definitely a fun and pretty successful deck. So I definitely suggest checking it out. I would say this is very well placed in the meta right now. Not very. It's a tier deck that you can definitely have fun with. The one thing that we might want to come in main board is the Great Henge. They do generate, or it does generate a lot of power for you. And it works with most of your creatures, just bumping them up, making them bigger, and then drawing cards. And that's kind of late game. You kind of need a Great Henge. So that would be a reason to play that main deck. Maybe we take out like a Gem Razor. I did find that in this set of matches, it wasn't as useful as maybe it has been prior when there was more Teamer Clover or Teamer Adventures, Teamer Clover out there with artifacts that I cared about. Stone Coils on the other side of the battlefield. So I would say that's probably not a bad bet, is to drop a Gem Razor or two, maybe bring in a Great Henge or two. I mean, shoot, even maybe drop a land and a Gem Razor for a Great Henge. That might be something else too. So in any case, definitely a fun deck. Definitely A+, 4 pints, 4.5 pints out of 5 for this mashing in the meta. And yeah, that'll be it for for all this. Thank you very much for sticking around to the end of the video. And don't forget, you can only outlast as a sorcery. Cheers.